All right, guys, welcome back to another tofu-filled episode. Here's what we're making today. We're making popcorn tofu. So first thing we're gonna do is take our pressed bricks of tofu and we're gonna tear them apart by hand into little pieces, maybe the size of popcorn kind of thing. Here we go. All right, guys, there you have it. So from there's your tofu all pulled apart into nice little sized cubes. And it doesn't matter how big they are, really. You just don't want them too small, because then they don't. I just find they get a little too dry. So it really depends. Like, I'll press on them a little bit here too, just to get any additional water out of them that I can. That's what I'm doing right here. But yeah, you just don't want them too small. Because they tend to get a little too firm or too crunchy, and you don't want them too big because they tend to be a little bit too soft or too chewy. So I kind of like that right in between, but you can always adjust your cook time too, for your preference of, whether you like them a little bit chewy or whether you like them a little bit crunchy. So that can be up to you. All right, next step is to get a mixing bowl. Boom, big mixing bowl, and we're gonna mix our ingredients. So we are going to take, where is it here? We are going to take our minced garlic, soy sauce, avocado oil, salt, pepper, and garlic powder. What you are going to do is take 1 heaping tablespoon one heaping tablespoon of minced garlic. So we buy the Costco stuff, but you can also just simply mince it by hand. It's obviously just going to take you a little bit longer. Boom, minced garlic. Big heaping tablespoon of that. You're going to take your avocado oil. You're going to add 3 or 4 tablespoons of this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, you can do this to preference. 3, 3.5, 4. It's really up to you. And just keep in mind, there's a lot of fat. It's any oil is pretty much liquid fat, so it's one thing to be aware of. Oh, I forgot nutritional yeast. This is like the popcorn ingredient right here, nutritional yeast. So if you've never heard of this is a fantastic product for health. I can put a link to it in the notes below where we get it. But you can basically find it at any health food store, and most grocery stores nowadays have it. Fantastic product, but it gives vegans and plant-based products that cheesy kind of flavor without using, obviously, cow cheese, right? So, okay, so you have your garlic, you have your oil. You're just gonna take basically maybe a ½ teaspoon of garlic powder. I just sprinkle a little bit in. So ½ teaspoon, and then a couple of twists of salt, a little dash of pepper, Same thing, maybe a half teaspoon or so. Not much. And then you want 4 tablespoons of soy sauce. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that is it for your simplicity of ingredients, other than your half cup of nutritional yeast. So take your safety seal for your protection. There you go. Take your nutritional yeast. You're gonna use a half cup of this. I usually use a heaping half cup. So right about there, just gives it a little more flavor. Dump her in there. Again, this is to show you, you don't have to be super precise. Okay, so we're over here. And now we're just gonna take a fork and mix it all up. Actually, a spatula. So you're gonna take a spatula to mix it all up. That's all mixed. And then really quick, we're just gonna preheat the oven to 400 degrees. So I use convectionary bake. I find it better to make it a little bit crispier and whatnot, but you can use traditional bake too. So 400, start, convect bake, it's going. And now literally all you are going to do is take your spatula, dump in your tofu into your mixing bowl. And literally use your spatula just to mix everything really nicely here. So it's like a nice sticky kind of goo that's on there. Nice sticky coating on all that tofu. And the cool thing about the spatula is it really scrapes the mixture from the bottom, and you can kind of turn it over in the bowl and allow it to really coat each and every piece, which is a good way to do it. And also you want to use extra firm tofu, or I like to use extra firm tofu for this. It's pretty much extra firm tofu for every recipe that we make, or just about every recipe that we make. It just holds its form a lot better, and that's another reason why you want to actually use the spatula to do this, is because it's gentler on the tofu. So not only does it scrape the mixture better off the bottom of the bowl, so you can get every little drop of flavor onto the tofu, but at the same time it's gentler on the tofu when you're turning it over in the bowl, so it doesn't, the tofu doesn't crumple as much and fall apart. So it keeps its consistency really well, like little tofu nuggets basically. So it doesn't take very long at all right there. Pretty much done. So you can see every piece is pretty much coated nicely in that mixture. And then all I'm gonna do is grab a baking sheet. So we have these little silicone liners on our baking sheets, so the tofu doesn't stick and it just makes cleanup really, really simple. You just dump your tofu onto the baking sheet. Oops. Dump your tofu onto the baking sheet. Spread it out evenly. You can see there's nothing left in that bowl. The spatula got everything, so that's great. Put it over to be washed. Spread your nuggets out evenly. So I find that we use 3 bricks of extra firm tofu. That's what we'll press at one time, but also that's what fits really well on a single baking sheet. So it cooks nicely at 400. And what you want to do here is cook this for 20 minutes on 400 on one side, and then pull it out and flip the pieces and cook it for a remaining 20 minutes on the other side. And you can play with that time a little bit, in the sense that if you want it a little bit crispier, you could cook it for a little bit longer. And if you want it a little bit chewier or more tender, then you can maybe go 15 minutes each side as opposed to 20. So that is pretty much it right there. And even like the oven's heating up right now, it's only at 230 degrees, but it doesn't take very long for my oven to get up to steam here. So what I'll do is I'll just put it in right now, and I'll probably set the timer, or Alexa over there, I'll set her for another, whatever, 3 or 4 minutes, just so it allows it to get up to time, and it's really not gonna make a huge difference. But anyway, 20 minutes on one side, pull it out, flip it, 20 minutes on the other, and we'll show you the result. So here it goes. Hey Alexa, set a timer for 23 minutes.
23 minutes, starting now.
See you in a bit. All right guys, the timer just went off, so we're ready to pull this popcorn tofu out of the oven and give it a flip and then put it back in for the last 20 minutes. So I thought I'd show you what that looks like. Oh yeah, she's looking nice and golden brown right now, at least on the top. Smells amazing. Just give it a quick flip to the other side. Keep it nice and spread out there. And again, the really cool thing about this recipe is that once you get the hang of it, it takes no time at all to do. You're gonna love it. Your family's gonna love it. No one's gonna believe that it's tofu. Tofu is absolutely incredible. Extremely healthy. Extremely good for you. Great source of protein. No animal hormones whatsoever. So it helps your body maintain hormonal balance. And it helps build muscle because it's loaded with protein. No saturated fat, no cholesterol, pure goodness. All right, boom, boom. That is it. Looking fantastic. Hey Alexa, set a timer for 20 minutes.
20 minutes, starting now.
There you go guys, back in for another 20. And then it's done. All right guys, the timer just went off and we are ready to rock. We're ready to see what popcorn tofu looks like as a finished product. So here we go. Yeah, golden, crispy, a little dark in some edges, so that's gonna be a little crispy and crunchy. Smells incredible. And I'm gonna make this right into popcorn tofu wraps. If it wasn't steaming hot, you would see me start to devour this right away. Our family literally, when we pull this out of the oven, starts devouring it right away. Like, I guarantee you, if you made this on a Friday night as a snack to watch TV to, 3 bricks of tofu would be gone. Awesomely healthy, absolutely amazing flavors, and you can put it in just about anything. We're gonna use it in a stir fry tonight, and I'm about to make popcorn tofu wraps for lunch. So stay tuned, because that recipe's coming up next. Thumbs up this video, subscribe to the channel if you liked it, and leave us your comments below if you try it. Let me know what you think of this amazing tofu recipe. Yeah, see you again next time. Peace. Please like and subscribe. If you'd like to see a particular video made, please leave it in the comments section below. I answer all comments. And thanks for supporting the Weightlifting Lab.